In writing, we will continue to talk about narrative writing, true writing, but adding in details. A good story shows the writer's ideas by using details. Details give extra information that helps the reader picture what happens. Below, I have some examples from Henry and Mudge, and we're going to talk about two different examples that are here. One example is going to show only some detail, and one is going to show lots of detail. So instead of this with only some details, Mudge had ears and fur, try this with lots of details. Mudge had floppy ears, not pointed, and Mudge had straight fur, not curly. The author, Cynthia Rylant, made sure that when she was describing Mudge, she didn't just say, Mudge had ears and fur. Cynthia Rylant, the author, made sure that when she was describing Mudge for the readers, that she was adding in lots of details, because this way the reader can really picture in their heads a whole lot better what Mudge looked like. Not just ears, but floppy ears. Not pointed, and Mudge didn't just have fur, but Mudge had straight fur, not curly. Think about why the author's sentence might be more interesting. This was definitely a lot more interesting than Mudge had ears and fur. Instead of Mudge weighs a lot, the author wrote Mudge weighs 180 pounds. That really gives you a good idea of how large the animal is. Weighs a lot could just mean one thing to one person, but 180 pounds, that's huge. Instead of Mudge is tall, the author wrote Mudge is 3 feet tall. That gives the reader a better idea of how tall Mudge really is. And instead of Mudge does something funny, the author wrote Mudge licks Henry. Once again, the reader, when they read Mudge licks Henry, they can now picture what it actually was that Mudge did that was funny. So you can use your senses to describe things, but details can also describe how something is done. You can add details to tell when something happened, how it happened, or where it happened. So yesterday, you wrote several sentences about a time someone gave you something special. Today, I want you to read what you wrote. Are there any places in your writing where you could add in more details? What about places in your writing where you could use interesting words that tell how you feel about the gift? So that is what I would like you to do. Read what you wrote. See if there's any places in your writing where you could add in more details. If you just told the reader it was a gift, what was the gift? Try adding in some more details to your writing today. Think about what is going to make that interesting to the reader.